Hello
That's good.
everyone, welcome back to another episode. And today I'm joined with James, and James has autism, and
Okay.
it's gonna be an awesome episode with James. So James, thanks for reaching out and coming
Hi.
on.
All right. Hello. Thank you.
Yeah. So James, if you just want to say a little bit about yourself, like a little introduction.
Yeah. So I'm 20 years old from London. I'm an artist, a rapper, and I also make content, and I'm a video editor as well. It's my main job. So
Yeah.
I also have autism and severe anxiety issues.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. With like you must like really like your job because you like making all sort of like
yeah.
helping, I suppose, in certain games, maybe like them kind of videos.
Yeah. So my main thing, I've been doing video editing for around 12 years now. I started when I was like 10. I was so young. And I've kind of just been building content since then.
Yeah.
And I figured I'd just start making videos on YouTube, like gaming videos. Then it moved into music to help with my own anxiety issues. That's why I do it. And then now we're here where I'm doing Lego Star Wars content.
Yeah. Have you always been a fan of like the Lego games?
Yeah, they were my first games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lego Pirates
Like,
of the Caribbean and all those.
yeah. They spend all day, can't you? Just exploring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But like with that, do you like do you like making those kind of like things like on YouTube on just to help people and just to
yeah,
um like if they're maybe struggling on a part maybe in the game and that helps them.
yeah. For me, I think it's really nice to. If I know something, I like to help other people know that stuff as well. And that's why these videos are really good, especially with what they are now, where their short videos do better than longer videos. It's
Yeah.
really nice to quickly be able to make a short video that will get loads of views and help loads of people. And it's nice to hear the feedback that you've helped someone with it.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
I think like with TikTok as well, I think that is really good for TikTok because they
Mm,
they do better with shorter videos, don't they, then rather than longer
yeah,
ones.
yeah. TikTok's really helped that out
Yeah.
massively.
Yeah. But yeah, it is I think it's a good way, like just to reach people and like connect to other people because that's kind of how we connected, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, you contacted me through
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah, yeah. I saw one of your videos and I was playing. I recently got the new Star Wars game, and then I thought, oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
um,
it's cool.
yeah. Um, like with Star Wars in general, have you always been like, have you watched all the films? Like, are you quite
I'm not a
like
big
that?
I'm not big knowledge. I've not got a lot of knowledge on Star Wars, really. I've watched all the Skywalker Saga movies, the ones that have all been released properly. But apart from that, I've not really. My knowledge isn't very great, and I think with the game, it's nice people helping me as well, because I've had a lot of people give me information, and I've researched into it as well, and I've looked into it. Because obviously, when you're making these videos, you have to know what it is. So I'm kind of looking more into Star Wars knowledge. Recently watched again Rogue One film, and my knowledge isn't that great,
Hmm.
but it's nice that it's getting better as I'm playing these games.
Yeah, yeah. I prefer playing the games and watching the films.
Always. I get bored. My attention span's not there.
No, like I can't concentrate for a long period of time if it's something I'm not interested in.
Same.
Yeah, but well, like how old was you when? I think you said you was wasn't it 8? Yeah. When you
Eight or
had
nine.
diagnosed 8 or 9.
Yeah, so for me it was a little weird because I was really naughty in school, in like primary school, for a very long time, and they never knew why. Nobody questioned it, and they were just like, we're just a naughty kid. So when I was around 9, I remember I just got really bad, and then they were like, okay, let's take him for tests. So there's a history, because there's a history in my family of autism. They're like, all right, let's just take him and do some tests. So they ran some tests, and then I was diagnosed around 8 or 9. It was around the year 6 to year 5 range.
Yeah.
That I was diagnosed with it, and I think that's where it all changed in terms of schools looking at me differently, because I was always expelled for being naughty.
Mm.
I remember I used to run under chairs and tables and throw fits and everything, and no one knew why. So there's a lot of that going on when I was younger.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I think
yeah.
like I was diagnosed around the same time. Like
Mm.
like it is. I think it's wrong though when they just teachers and other people presume
They just think it's naughty. You're
yeah,
naughty.
yeah, like in the class that like you might just be talking to the person next to you, yeah, like just having maybe a general conversation. And the teacher thinks you're distracted now, and
Yeah, I used to be really bad with it because I don't like well, I don't mind it now, but back then I never used to like confrontation. Like if a teacher started shouting at me, I'd cry and get upset and I'd be very angry, which then made it worse.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, it's really important like how they come across, isn't it?
it's gotten better though. It's definitely gotten better over the years from when it
Yeah,
was maybe when we were younger. It's a little different.
yeah, yeah. Like I didn't have the best experience at school, but I
Hmm.
didn't really enjoy primary. um, like no one liked me for some reason. I don't know why.
That was
uh,
like me.
yeah, like they like I don't know. It wasn't a good time. The only thing I liked about it was playing football at lunch times.
Yeah.
um, that was about it. But and then you get you're in year six and all of them crying at the end. I'm leaving. um,
Yeah.
and then you think, well, it's nothing to cry about. That's what I was thinking. It's not much to cry about. Like we're not probably going to see any of us. I'm not going to keep in contact. It's quite rare, isn't it, at primary school to keep in contact with people?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it's like for you, but for me, especially because I've got ADHD as well, so I've got both of them mixed together, which is nice. But with me for autism, it's really difficult for me to keep and make friends. And I think as I'm getting older, it's harder to. I think my friendship group, I've got like 2 people,
Yeah,
so it's really difficult. And I don't know if that's a normal thing with people with autism, because obviously I don't really communicate with many people, but that alongside with everybody leaving schools twice, because you leave school twice, don't you? You go primary school to secondary and you leave secondary to college or whatever. And it's difficult, I think.
yeah. I agree because it is hard. Like I have a couple of friends that I will see, but I don't talk to often. Like it's quite rare. Like I prefer like say I'm playing a game like on PlayStation or something. I prefer to play on my own. Like I don't mind if it's an online game, but if it's like a story game, Lego Stars, for example.
Yeah, you want to play on your own. You don't want to
Yeah,
play with people.
yeah.
No.
I don't want to be like in a party group chat or something where they're playing maybe FIFA, for example, raging at a game,
Yeah. It's,
and um, I can't say anything to the friends like because if I said don't rage, they're gonna say why,
yeah. It's,
why can't I rage? Um,
no.
and then I think that links into my own autism a little bit as well because
Mm,
I just don't like noise.
no. I don't like when people shout and they moan and they scream and no.
Yeah,
Even though I can be loud myself, it's still
yeah. It's different though,
different.
isn't it? If it's after.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's just those kind of things, and like I do find it hard to make friends. Um,
Mm,
I feel like it's easier online with me
yeah.
making friends rather than in the real life world.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but like, did you go to mainstream school then? Like afterwards?
I was always in mainstream school from the beginning, and now I'm still at college doing my stuff. But yeah, I've always been in mainstream. I never went to any like special stuff. I did have a special education area in my school that I spent a lot of my time in, but that was of choice. It wasn't like they were forcing me to go there. Because I know a lot of the time schools force a lot of people with disabilities to go to these places. But for me, it was on my own choice. So I kind of just went. It
Okay.
was nice that was there though.
Yeah.
Especially when I got my anxiety issues from year 11, I spent my whole year 11 there. I didn't go to class, I think, at all for 6 months. I was in that room all the time. So it
Yeah.
was nice to have that there.
Yeah. Like I like from like primary school, I did go to a mainstream school for like the year seven, and I couldn't cope. Like it was draining, and no one understood me.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't fast on making friends. I probably had one friend actually. Um, yeah, I made one friend, and at least I had one friend, I
Yeah.
suppose. Um, and then I did eventually move into a special school, and it does take time because I'm moving places takes time to kind of understand it and understand different people.
Yeah, it's different as well, isn't it? The mainstream school.
Mm.
I have a friend who went to a special ed school and he didn't like it. And I think it's hard changing from what you know.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I'm slightly different. I think I don't know because autism is different for everybody. I'm quite low on it, so I'm quite high functioning when it comes to stuff. Um, my autism comes more with like social abilities and stuff like that.
yeah,
So it's a little different for me. I think coping with change is okay-ish for me. I don't like it, but it's a little bit different.
mm,
So then my brother has it as well, and he's more on the spectrum higher. So he can't cope with change at all. So it's
yeah,
slightly a bit different.
yeah, yeah. I can understand that because it is hard, and like even though to people that you may come out like across maybe to as a confident person if you know this person, but
Yeah.
like like in real life if you meet them you're gonna be shy, even though if you might talk online to them,
Yeah.
could come across as a shy person. Um, and before, if I've met a new person or I've joined somewhere, I would just ignore them, and they would think you're being rude, but it's just
Yeah.
that you can't face it.
Yeah. It's just how you are.
Yeah, yeah. But when I did join a special school, I didn't like it at first. I say that, but it kind of grew on me, and I did prefer the environment I was in, rather than a mainstream school. That was the one thing I did prefer.
I mean, I don't have an experience of it, but
Yeah,
I think it would be a little bit more relaxed, would it
yeah,
be?
yeah. Like I suppose you have more people that understand autism, um,
Yeah.
rather than mainstream school. Like don't get me wrong, I did enjoy. Like I did have some good teachers there. Like I like the maths teachers, and they were they were my favourite, even though maths isn't my strongest point. But
Not mine. I failed
no,
it 4 times and then I gave up. So
I don't blame you. I don't blame
yeah.
you.
No.
But yeah, and it was quite a funny experience actually when I left, because I didn't tell certain teachers that I was leaving, and because I felt, why do I need to tell everyone? And
Walked out.
uh, yeah, I was about to, and then teachers, that this one particular teacher brought me in somewhere and said, why didn't you tell me, Mason, that you're leaving? And I said, I didn't know I had to. Uh, um, and then and he was like, "I'm gonna miss you that," and then I suppose that's the stuff I couldn't be asked for, in a way, because like I know teachers are gonna say, "Am I gonna come visit back?" I'm gonna say yes, meaning I'm not actually, because if I was gonna say I'm not gonna visit back, I'm gonna be really pressured to say stuff that I don't mean.
Yeah. Yeah. For
But
sure.
but yeah, I always think now I would love to go back, not to be there, just to see what it's like now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's weird.
yeah. But like with your anxiety, James, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So it's really strange. So year 10 to 11, I got some really bad anxiety over the fear of death. And it's literally been panic attacks every day since then. And it's really strange. Even the doctors don't know what's wrong with me. Nobody knows what's wrong with it. And it's just something I've had to now live with. I've been on medication, I've been to therapy, I've been on literally everything you can do. I've had ambulances called, I've had everything. And nobody knows anything. It hasn't changed, hasn't solved anything. So it's really strange. I can't give an answer of why I have it. No one knows why I have it. It's weird.
Yeah, and do you feel like that up to today still, like
Yeah, every
sometimes?
day,
Yeah, every
every
day.
single day. It's so strange. I've had parts where I've been in the shower and I've had to turn the water off because I can't breathe. It's so scary and strange. And as far as I'm aware, there's very few people who have this as well. That is to the severity that I've got it. Most people can have a few panic attacks and then they're fine. They live their life normally without manually breathing. I manually breathe all the time. I'm always aware of my breathing. I'm always aware of my chest. I'm always aware of my heart beating. Whereas most people just go their day-to-day life not even thinking about all that. And that's just my life every day. I'm thinking about my heartbeat. Like even now, I can feel my chest my heart beating, whereas most people forget it's even there.
Yeah,
It's so strange.
that is interesting. That is interesting.
It's strange, and no one knows what's wrong with me. No all doctors said your heart's fine, everything's fine, your body's fine. It's almost as if my mind is going, okay, well, we know you're alive, but you're gonna die now. That's what it's doing all the time.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Has it always been like that, or
Only
one day did it just start?
just one day. One day since in like a random night in like 2016.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah. Like panic attacks are, they do feel like you're having a heart attack, don't they?
Yeah. But if you think that feeling of, to get it into your head, have you ever had any?
Yeah, I have had a panic attack. Yeah.
If you think about that feeling, that's me every day, all day. There's very few times in the day. Maybe I might get 2 hours where I'm fine, but other than that, it's all the time, and it's scary.
Yeah. I can imagine how scary it can be. Because when I was younger, I had always had the fear of dying. And that it wasn't. Yeah, I was young. And I always had to say things like I'm gonna be okay, like to myself.
Yeah.
I had to say I like sometimes I have to do certain things a couple of times, and if I do that thing a couple of times, it kind of gets that fear out of my head for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can, and I would always say to people like my mum or dad, if I'll kind of mumble and say, "Am I going to be okay? Am I going to be okay?" I'll kind of do that, and yeah, I always had the fear of dying. So it is
Scary thing, man. It's something, and when you can't control it and you don't know what's going on in your head, it's scary. And for me, it gets quite bad a lot of the time at nighttime when I'm trying to sleep. It just gets so bad. And there are times where I just wish that it stops for me, because it's every day, it's all the time, and no one knows why. No doctors know why, nothing. It's just hard.
Yeah, it is. Well, I can't imagine how hard it is, because it's not a nice thing to have, is it?
Nah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Do you ever like do anything that like of course it's not going to stop, like, but do you anything that maybe can distract you or
No, I've kind of just learned to live with it now. And just kind of, it's part of my life. It's not something that I'm scared of anymore. It's more just like, oh, it's there now. Something happens over and over again, you get used to it. It's just kind of used to it now.
Yeah.
I think my body will eventually grow out of it, but who knows?
Yeah.
You never know with these things.
Yeah. Is it like how many times a day would you say it can happen?
Think of essentially a constant panic attack. It's like that all day, but it's more of like ticks in my chest and like my body and twitching. That's mainly what it's become now.
Yeah.
Our breathing patterns. Other than that, it's what it is.
You said music is like one of your main hobbies now. Like
I started music to help with my anxiety, and now it's just kind of become something that I do.
Yeah.
It still helps, but it's now more of now just something that I like to do.
Yeah. I did see like on your story and stuff that you had like you shared some songs, so it sounds pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Always working on new stuff, trying to make it better, and getting better and better.
Yeah. Is there any certain themes that you like to focus on, or it's just random?
No, I used to do like NF style music. I don't know if you know who NF is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do his kind of style music, and now it's just kind of become anything that's kind of rap, hip hop, singing, anything.
Yeah. Like I think music helps a lot of things.
A lot of.
Yeah, because even I can't concentrate about listening to music. Like if I'm doing a piece of work or writing up a podcast, or like literally I can't write up a podcast if I don't listen to something.
Music helps a lot of people focus, and I think music is a good way of helping you express yourself if you don't know how to.
Yeah, Yeah, and especially in schools, like going back to saying like if for example if you put headphones in, it's classed as being you're not concentrating, like,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Not concentrate. But most people concentrate more when they have something playing in their head.
Yeah, yeah, and and especially in school, like I would like to do work on my own. Um, like wouldn't like being in group really. Um,
Yeah.
um, I would prefer it just me. If I did, but it would be hard because I would be shy to express my feelings of whatever we're doing.
Yeah. You don't want to give an opinion.
No,
Yeah.
no, because you feel like if you give an opinion, someone else is going to say no. Let's do this. Um, but it's how it is.
Yeah.
um,
Life.
yeah, but with music, I do like listening to soundtracks quite a lot. Um,
What movie soundtracks?
yeah, like and if I were to be specific, I do like listening to quite a bit of Doctor Who soundtracks in my spare time.
I used to do that when I was younger. It was weird.
Yeah,
I used to do that.
yeah, like like from Murray Gold, I'll just put them on, pretend I'm somewhere else, and just doing it, and yeah, I could listen to that all day. I would like just put a good playlist on YouTube, and then off we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but there are multiple soundtracks. Like Star Wars has good themes. Um, quite a lot of the big shows do have a good soundtrack.
Yes. Yeah, they do. I've not got the attention span to listen to soundtracks though. I'd end up getting bored and want to turn it off again.
Yeah, I would listen to the same one over and over.
I
Like,
find myself doing repeating songs over and over again, playing the same song on repeat for hours.
yeah, right. Like if you get attached to that one song, you'll just play it, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Like I do. I don't know what, because if you think about it, music is involved in everyone's lives. Whatever we do,
It's
whatever job
somewhat.
we have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the radio, in the car, everything. Somebody will listen to music.
yeah. Every program there will be music as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with your autism, do you like because like I know when I was younger, it was hard to understand it. What autism was like. Would you the same? Like, it's at time.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was more. It didn't really bother me. Like I think they're like, oh, you've got it. I had all the meetings. You know, when you go to your little meetings all the
Yeah,
time and you get blood tests done, you get all of this stuff done. That was just kind of my life. I didn't really question it all. I didn't really go like, oh, okay, well, what does it mean? What is all this? It didn't really bother me when it came to understanding it. And I think because I was the only really person that I knew with autism or it was near me for a very long period of my life. I don't think I met another person with autism besides my brother until like year 10. So it was really different for me. I just kind of was like, okay, it's part of my life. We're going to go to these meetings. We're going to do all of these things. I saw it as a way of getting out of school, really. So I kind of
yeah,
out of school a lot. But other than that, I didn't really question it. So when it came to understanding it, it was kind of normal for me.
yeah, yeah. I get that. Like, with like I did take me. I didn't really accept it, I suppose, at the start. Like, I thought it was just something to say I'm dumb at certain subjects and stuff like that. But and then I wasn't confident when I was younger either, so that didn't help.
Yeah, I wasn't confident. I mean, until I started making music, I think really until lockdown 2020, that was really when I started getting like really confident. Like I would not be able to put out a song before 2020. I don't think I would not have been able to release something and then promote it actively. I would have just put it out there and just left it, not promoted it, not done anything, not said to people to go stream it, not sent it to people, just kind of left it there. Whereas now I can make a song, not even like a song that's complete. Like what I posted on my Snapchat or my Instagram that you saw, that's not even finished. I would not have done that back then. I would have just left it. So
Yeah,
it's different now for me.
yeah, yeah. I think it's yeah, it takes time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because with confidence, I I didn't create anything like a podcast until 2020 as well. So I think that was the year it kind of started as well.
Yeah.
Thinking that you have more time to do these kind of things. And
Yeah.
yeah, you sit down like for you to maybe make songs.
Yeah.
You have that time on your hands, don't you?
Yeah. Lockdown was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I thought it was the best time to go out at that.
I think lockdown was probably one of the best times of the altogether, probably the best time of my life, I think, because it was good weather outside, it was good time, and nobody really stressed about stuff. And you had stuff to do that you could do. You could kind of do what you wanted to do, apart from go outside and meet people, but you could still focus on yourself. And I mean, it was also a bad time for a lot of people, but I think for the majority of the country, it was probably the best time.
Yeah. Yeah, like people realizing like that what's going on and stuff, and that we have more time to do things. That it's more like the world was quite free at that point. Like we can
You didn't have work to go to. You didn't have to. I mean, there was also a lot of struggle for, I think, a lot of older people, but for us, it was more, on our generation, it was more, okay, we can kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though it did drag on a while, we still managed to relax.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a letter to stay in because I'm quite vulnerable to having Crohn's. So it was quite nice. Like it wasn't much different for me for a little while, but I did enjoy going out when no one was about. It was like it's like it's like end of the world kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was one of the best times. Like now it's just not as good as it was.
No, it's not the same.
No, like you got people doing what they want now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Which is it's a kind of ignorance, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very ignorant.
Yeah. Like, do you have like any new songs like going to be releasing soon, James?
Yeah, so I've got a new song coming out on May 6th called Hold On. That was submitted ages ago. It's just been sitting there ready to go. And then I've got obviously that's all I've got planned so far. But I want something out in summer, so
yeah,
aiming for that.
Yeah, do you have your own little album?
I'm planning on releasing a CD in summer that I can kind of just have as a collection. I can just hand out to people and trying to get my name out there a bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I haven't got an album yet.
Yeah. Right. You might do though, in future.
Yeah, working on something.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you agree with all these like you got the X Factor, The Voice, like and those kind of shows to do that?
No, the problem with those kind of shows are because people have gone to me, you go on those shows. I was like, no, because what they don't tell you is they own everything you produce on that show.
Yeah.
So whenever people go and make their own songs and they put their own songs on the X Factor or The Voice, they no longer own the rights to those songs. And, it's very controlling, it's very manipulative, and they want to make, because it's show business, they like to make it how they want to make the show. It's not about you. And I would rather not have that. If a record label came to me and was like, okay, we'll sign your music and there's a good deal behind it, I might do that. But when it comes to these star shows, no, I would never go on any of those shows.
Yeah, I agree, because they're quite sneaky, aren't they? Because they, like, what people don't know is that they don't like, lots of people could be going through the audition stage, but not everyone gets through, and they get told they get through as well.
Yeah, and even the ones who go through don't go through because they say yes to you, but then they can go, oh, okay, yeah, you didn't get through though. So they do 2 stages of voting. They say yes to you, and then they do a vote internally where they go, should you go through or not? So I wouldn't go on those shows. It's very toxic, in my opinion.
Yeah, like I know a person that went on X Factor, and like quite a lot of years ago. And lots of years like I got talking and has autism, and they didn't get through because she is autistic and because that she may need extra minutes to have a breath or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
They haven't got the time for it.
no,
So they haven't got the time, so they just say no.
yeah, and what they do is they scout people, don't they? They'll scout people. They find someone, they'll contact you, and not
Yep.
actually the people that actually want to actually apply for the show.
Yeah, they find people who are interesting enough.
Yeah, yeah.
They do it that way.
Right. Don't get me wrong. I used to watch all these kind of shows when I was younger. Like
They are entertaining.
growing
They
up.
are entertaining.
Yeah, they are entertaining. But now I don't watch them because, like, you see some acts, don't you? And you feel like, well, why are they putting someone that like is not? I'm not gonna say not good because just not like you feel like they're not like enough to go through to the next stage.
Hasn't got the potential, I think.
Yeah, and then they go through, and then you think what you're doing. It's like it's not real life, is it?
No.
It's almost like you want to do that just to wind up audience or to please some people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't watch it anymore. I don't watch those shows anymore. I might see the odd act on like social media or something, like scrolling through.
No, I won't choose to watch those shows. Like Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent. I wouldn't choose to watch them.
No, but I do feel Britain's Got Talent is more, I suppose, better than the X Factor because like years ago, the X Factor, there was like the things they come up with, weren't it? They were come across really rude to certain contestants.
Yeah.
And like a few months ago, I did watch a video and I thought that's awful. They're saying that because I remember I watched the video, and it said that they were focusing what they were wearing or what they looked like rather than the actual act of them singing.
I think the media industry has shifted massively where unless you're British, I think the British, we're kind of okay when it comes to content and media because, you know, we have very ugly people on TV, and that's fine. And I think media in America has definitely swapped where if you're ugly, you will not have a chance. Whereas if you're really pretty and you're really good looking, you will go somewhere. They can market you. They can do stuff with you. Whereas in the UK, we kind of don't really care anymore. I think there are some places who care, but a lot of it, we don't care what you look like. You can do this still. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah, I do. And like, it's like that now, isn't it? Like, it should be like anything. It kind of goes, it links in with autism very well. And even in like invisible things that people can't see. Because like you get the frame where people say to certain people that you don't look like you have autism or like you're autistic, and
People do not think I have autism.
Yeah, and it is annoying. Like I get annoyed like quite a lot when people do come and say that.
Yeah.
I don't know about you if you're the same.
I mean, it doesn't really bother me because obviously I think I've never really bothered about it. It's not really bothered me in life. Okay. But I think people are like very surprised when I tell them I've got autism, ADHD and all this stuff that I've got. They're like, oh, okay, didn't know you had that. You don't look like you've got that.
Yeah.
You can't tell. I don't have a guard around my leg. I don't carry any of that. I'm just normal when it comes to the way I look, and people don't notice. They
probably think because you do all this like videos on YouTube or like a lot of media work, they think, oh, you're capable of doing all that. How are you autistic and stuff? So
I have there's someone I know that is very, I don't know if he's jealous or whatever, but it's very, you can tell there's something when it comes to the content that I make compared to what he makes, because he's been doing it for ages and he doesn't have the confidence for any of that like that I've got. But he's like, well, why is it I can do this and he can't? Do you know what I mean? It's I think a lot of people have that resentment when you've got disabilities, yet it doesn't seem to affect you as
Yeah.
much as someone else would. And that's kind of where I think it's not really fair on some people, where something's different to other people. You know, one person could be worse than another person doing the exact same thing. And so the person who doesn't have the quote unquote visible disabilities, it goes further ahead. And I think it's not fair in some aspects of that.
Yeah, like people try to bring you down, don't they? Like when we're saying stuff like that. Like I used to get affected if someone says something like that. Like I said something that like a video or I've done or that I don't like it. It would kind of bring me down. Especially the first year of the pandemic. In 2020.
People were very negative during lockdown.
Yeah. And I like to say I'm a positive person. I like to be positive with everything that happens. Like I know like everyone mental health does affect them. But sometimes I feel like I have an invisible illness that can affect me any time of my life. But I don't also brag and moan about it. Like I've got this, like, look at me. I kind of just talk about it just to help people so they know what it is.
I mean, up until now, basically, I don't think I've ever announced I have autism to my music side. You know, other than people who know me, I don't think any of my fans or people who listen to me know that. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Have you thought about maybe doing a song about like maybe announcing that or something?
Yeah, I might do something about it. I might in the future.
Yeah.
Who knows? Depends what comes from it.
Yeah.
You got to find a way of doing it. You know what I mean? It's like, because the way my music is more based on what will sell or what can kind of do, what can get to people and help people. So it needs, if I can figure a way of actually doing it properly and to make a decent song out of it, then I might do something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that'd be a good idea. Like I have a whole, I suppose, TikTok based around Doctor Who, and
Yeah, no, I see that.
and I don't also talk about autism really, or my crimes as much. I've maybe done a few posts on it, but it's like you say, what's going to do well. Like if my page not was entirely based on that, no one's gonna, I suppose, interact with that kind of content.
That's the thing. I think for me, you've got to find a way of getting it to work in a way that's not going to just look like a desperation post of, oh, I've got this, be sorry for me. You know, you've got to kind of figure a way out of doing it. And it's difficult, especially with everyone being negative, and everyone having an opinion on something. It's difficult to get it right.
Yeah. And of course I'll do all my like autism and crimes content on the right platform. Like I do have a TikTok based around like I like called Mace the Crohn's Warrior, and I don't really put much on it. I can't spend my life on my main TikTok account, but it is I just it's important if you just with the right audience.
Yeah, you've got to get it right.
But like when we talk about these kind of things, it's not about like saying, look at me, I've got autism. It's more that we kind of wanted to teach people that we have that and we're not, I suppose, ashamed of having it, and we can talk about the different people.
Yeah, and people need to understand it's different. You know, they might be normal-ish. It's what they class as normal. It's, you know, it's different. We're different to them and they're different to us.
Yeah, like it's like everyone's gonna be different. Like I'm not gonna be like people have similarities, which is good. But it's a point we're all different because we don't want to be the same.
Not really unique.
Yeah, because if we were the same, James, we wouldn't have much to talk about, would we?
You know everything.
Yeah.
You know everything about it.
Yeah, I would know like all the like how you do your videos, like the process, like but yeah, but with music, I can't sing, but I do like to sing because just sing to certain songs. I've got half a dozen songs on my Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on, it's kind of cutting out, Mason. Give me a minute.
Can you hear me?
There you go. Right, yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Right.
we're back.
Right.
I don't know what happened there.
Maybe a bit glitchy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, with music, it's you sing songs, do stuff in it.
Yeah. Do you do anything else? Like, do you have any other hobbies?
I used to play games a lot. I kind of stopped playing. Obviously, apart from Lego Star Wars, I'm not really playing any other games at the moment. That's kind of stopped as I got older. I used to play games 12, 13 hours a day. You know, that was my special subject back in the time. It's kind of changed now.
Yeah.
But that's what I used to do all the time.
It is nice. Like I do like to like it's hard when a game that you see that looks good comes out, I suppose, and then you get it, then you stop that game you want to do. But there's a thing about this Lego Star Wars game that makes you a bit addicted to it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's the fact you want to complete everything, and it's because there's so much to complete. It's really addictive.
Yeah, because like it's hard. Like I suppose if you have other friends that have the game and that you see that like how long they've done it for and they've already completed the game, you think, oh, I've played maybe just over 57 hours of the game.
Yeah, I'm about 6.
Yeah, and I look on other people's and they've only played about 18 hours and they've got all the achievements for like each episode. And I think to myself, how are you doing that? Are you not getting any studs? Are you not getting anything?
This is the thing with me, because when you make content on it, you've kind of got to be quick enough to complete it. But I don't want to play the game for 18 hours and complete it. I want to get as much of it as I can out of it. I'd rather take my time. Like, I've now been on the game for 2 weeks almost. I'd rather be playing the game, take my time, rather than speeding through it and completing it all instantly. Because then you've wasted $60 or pounds on a game that you've completed in a day.
Yeah, like whatever game I get, James, I don't know about you, but I would like to try and complete everything I can on it. I might not get all the achievements, but I just want to complete as much of it as I can, do all the side missions, and everything.
Yeah, you want to get as much as you can out of it, like, rather than doing it and leaving it again in about 2 days. You want to complete it and play as long as you can.
Yeah, and like as we know, this game is quite big. And everything.
Yeah, there's a few bugs that are quite game breaking, and a lot of people running into some serious problems where they can't progress through the story. And I think because it's very rushed, right? You can tell that they've cut corners. You can tell that TT Games have not really factored in all the issues that they could have factored in. They kind of just wanted to get it out there. And now it's causing a few issues where people can't complete episode 7. Some people are not able to progress through the story because there's a bug where you can't talk to Maz, which is fun, which I hope I don't run into. But if we run into that one, we all know. There's also a bug, I don't know if you've noticed it. If you look up in the sky of any planet, there is a blockade in the sky. That should not be there. It's very low resolution.
Yeah, there are certain things in there. And a couple of times I've been glitched out, saying that there's been an error with the application.
Yeah, I haven't had that. Wait, you play on console, don't you?
Yeah, I'm on PS5, yeah.
I'm on a PC, so it's a little different. I haven't had that issue yet, but there's a lot of issues on PC that need to be factored in, that they need to patch really quickly. And a lot of people are kind of hoping they don't pull what they've always done, where they leave the game as it is, and they hope that they patch the game.
Yeah,
I hope they
have to. Yeah, I hope so. That they need to do something, because like I am on, like at the moment as we speak, I probably starting like the second from last episode, the one after the Force Awakens. I'm on.
Okay, so you were able to progress through episode 7.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't get that bug. That's good.
No,
yeah.
No, I didn't get no really bugs in that one, but I am I'm on the next one, which I'm pretty excited about, because of course in the complete saga we didn't have the last 2 ones, and
no.
But
you should be okay. You should Yeah, you should be okay with the whole game. You shouldn't run into any issues now. The only issues I know are the one that you can't talk to Maz. Some people are struggling to talk to Maz, and then it breaks the game, and you can't complete the game. So, but other than that, you should be okay.
Yeah, and like I've also noticed, like I don't know if you can do this in the game, but you know, with the Emperor character, like back in the Complete Saga, you can use his lightning. I don't know if you can in the Skywalker Saga.
I can find out. I'll let you know.
Yeah, because I've been trying. I thought you would be able to do it or something, but it would be nice to look into.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah,
I don't actually know if you can.
because
I'll have to find that out.
I bought his character in that, like, but he doesn't do it because back in the day, all the controls change as well, haven't they? Like,
Yeah, I think the problem is if they've cut corners on the game, it's very unlikely that you can use that in his character. No, who knows? You might be able to use it.
Yeah, I'll sure go back once I completed all the episodes though. I do enjoy collecting the kyber bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, there's I think just over 1,000 and a few hundred.
1,116, I think.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like you spend all your time collecting kyber bricks, and then you buy a couple things with that, and then they're gone. Like the ones you have.
Yeah, I keep running out of kyber bricks.
Yeah, like have you got that, like I suppose that achievement where you can get all, like I think it's 10 million or 10 billion studs?
Is that the achievement to get 10 billion studs?
Yeah, I think there is.
I haven't got that yet. I know what it is. Yeah, I haven't got that yet.
Yeah, I haven't got it, but I need probably about 9,000 more, I think, to possibly get it. But that's if I'm correct, if I can remember how many studs I've got at the moment.
Yeah.
But I suppose that's kind of my comfort area when it comes to autism, in a way. Just playing on a game like that. For majority of the day, if you're not busy.
Yeah, gaming for me. And then I think during lockdown, Doctor Who was something I did watch as well.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I think that was the first time I properly watched Doctor Who during lockdown.
Yeah.
I just watched all of them all on Netflix. And then they took them off Netflix, but on iPlayer.
Oh yeah, that was annoying. That was.
Yeah, they took them off Netflix and was like, oh yeah, we're not on Netflix anymore. We're on iPlayer again. So it was a bit.
At least it's on iPlayer, I suppose, though.
Yeah, we can still watch it.
Yeah. Do you so? What did you think when you watched them?
I used to be scared of Doctor Who when I was a kid. So I went into it and I was like, am I going to be scared again? I was like, I'm 18. I shouldn't be scared of this. And then I watched it and I was like, okay, I kind of like them. I don't like a lot. I know a lot of people like, I think you as well, you like the Ninth Doctor. I'm not a massive fan of him. And I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of Eccleston's character. So I don't really watch that one. I've only watched that series once and I haven't watched it since. The same with season 2. I didn't watch series 2 again. I watched that one time and I've not watched it again. There are episodes in season 2 that I will watch, like one with Sarah Jane in it, and the one with the clock people.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember what that's called. Yeah, I watched that one as well more than once.
I like that episode.
Yeah, and then every other season up to Jodie Whittaker's one, I will watch all the time. I'll repeat, I don't like Jodie Whittaker's either.
No, neither do I.
I don't like Jodie's. I think she's a great actor, but not for Doctor Who. I think they really butchered the character with her. And as far as I'm concerned, it's not canon. She doesn't exist. That Doctor doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't remember any other episodes. No. I'll still watch it though. I need to be loyal, I suppose, to the franchise, because I won't. If I don't like a Doctor, I'll probably still watch it anyway.
Yeah, I think unfortunately for me, this is kind of where we're at in the media industry. Because obviously, I don't know how clued up you are into this. Doctor Who will probably never end. It will always keep running, I think. However, if they butcher the next series with the new return, it might be the end of their funding. Their funding on the BBC is really messed right now. And I think if they fail with this series, I think Doctor Who will start to kind of dwindle, which is a
Yeah.
shame, really, because I think it should never end. I think it should keep going, and it will be, our kids in the future will watch it. But if they mess this next series up and the fan base again don't like it, like the majority of the fan base don't like Jodie Whittaker's series.
Yeah.
And if they mess it up again, it might be the end of what we see as Doctor Who, which would be a shame.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen.
I've also agreed with that. Like, even when from our first episode, it wasn't the same. To
No.
1 for 1, they don't have Murray Gold. Where's the music gone? He was.
I mean, I don't know about the composers. Did they change composers?
Yeah, they did. Like, like the music that we were talking about that we listened to as a childhood. Like, from like I suppose up to the 9th Doctor to the 12th, which was just before Jodie was there. They changed it. Like, multiple people left. Like the showrunner. That
showrunner left. I think 90% of the whole crew left.
Yeah, it was really weird because I wouldn't have thought being a woman would make the whole kind of thing change.
I think the problem with it is we were all used to, and again, this isn't nothing sexist or anything, but I think we was all used to a male holding that role, and we were so used to the character being a male, if you know what I mean. Are you still there? There you go. Yeah. A male, if you know what I mean. And then when they switched it all to female, they swapped 90% of the we normally used to having one companion, and now we've got 4, isn't it? I think, is it 4 or 3? I don't know. It's more than one. We've got multiple companions, and I think it becomes more of a group talking together rather than just Doctor and his companion and maybe one other person in the episode.
Yeah,
they've changed the whole dynamic of the show, and that's what I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like, I like Jodie. Like she's an awesome actor. She's been on some really good things.
She's good.
And it is a real shame, and it is annoying as such, because like you say, I thought if that was the last straw, bringing back Russell T Davies, who did the earlier series in Doctor Who, that's the last straw. If this series doesn't go to plan, or
if it doesn't, it's a shame. And
what they can either do is, if they have a break, that they have a break to really think about what they want to do, because next year's the 60th anniversary. Like, if that goes to pot, like there's 2 things that could go really well, like the 50th, like that 50th episode went really well, or is it going to go to pot where they don't do anything?
The problem is with the 60th, they can't bring back Tennant.
No. And
because they brought him back for the 50th. If they brought him back for the 60th, it wouldn't be special. It wouldn't be anything really, would it? And I think a lot of people are saying that he's going to come back and do the Doctor. I don't think he will. I think that is out of the question, because it would be ridiculous. It would be like Iron Man coming back and doing Iron Man again. I think Tennant's out of it. He's done. Matt Smith is done. Peter Capaldi's done. Eccleston don't want to come back. So they're kind of a bit broken on it.
What I always think what they could do, and it's quite diverse if they did this. It would be a nice idea if that month of November, when it would be the 60th, if they brought each Doctor who wants to come back, classic or new Who, they could maybe do their own episode, bring maybe their own companions back, and do it like that. And but like you say, like with David Tennant, he looks too old. He's too old to come back now. Matt Smith could probably get away with it. Peter Capaldi possibly can get away with it.
David Tennant changed a lot. And even the old Doctors, a lot of them aren't alive anymore. So, they're kind of short for options. And the ones I think who they do want, or the ones that are alive, don't want to come back. So it's a bit of I think it's a bad situation for Doctor Who fans, I think.
What they need to do is focus on the future. They keep bringing companions back. They keep bringing people who've already been in the show back. Like, I know they have a contract with the Daleks, so the Daleks have to be in every season. But other than that, bring new monsters back, bring new Doctors, keep companions to a minimum 1 to 2, maybe. 1 would be better.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be a whole group effort, a whole group project.
No, stop over. I know we got the master, but maybe use someone else, or stop going back to Gallifrey. Go to another planet.
They've found Gallifrey and they haven't really been there. They've been there like 4 times.
Yeah, it's annoying. Does everyone who watches it? Like each Doctor is either there, it's destroyed, then it's back again. Then it's destroyed, then it's back again.
It's really, really weird.
It's an appearing pattern that needs to stop. They either destroy a certain character or they keep them alive.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem. I think either when you've got a show that runs for so long, you need to then soon decide, do you want to keep going, or should we leave it as this legend that it is, or just keep it going until it dies? And this is why I don't think Doctor Who should end, but I also think that it should end as well. There's a part of me that thinks, leave it now, let it sit and have it what it is, have what we've got, rather than keep adding to it and ruining the legacy.
Yeah, because as a franchise, you can't be reliant on one certain actor to come back, can you? Like everyone says, we want David Tennant back. He was awesome as a Doctor, which he was. He was probably one of my favorite Doctors.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor, and for me, since Peter Capaldi got better as he went on, his first season was rubbish to me.
His first season wasn't very good, but as he got older, I think with the long hair, when he got his longer hair and he started looking a little bit older, that was probably his best seasons.
Yeah, like his last one was his best. Like with Matt Smith, I liked the majority of his episodes. Same to Tennant. But yeah, like something needs to happen, because as much as I love the show, I love it to go on forever. I would thought it would go on forever, because it's that type of show that you can have 100 Doctors, can't you? But they need to come to a stage. Are they going to keep saying every Doctor is going to be the 13th? Like, as we got it, are they going to call it the 14th, or could they call it something else? Like, just keep going on and on. But it's going to be interesting where they go from the next series onwards.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, but as much as I do love the show, it is sad the way it's going at the moment.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But yeah, with Doctor Who and all, I always related to my autism and everything I do.
Yeah,
personally, because like we have like special interest, isn't it? As what we call it.
Yeah.
Like you with your music, I'd say. And
yeah,
me,
nowadays.
Nowadays, yeah. And me nowadays, Doctor Who. So it would be quite sad if it did end. But I still talk about it. I still do videos about it. I still do all that. That nothing has to stop that end. But
no, I think at best we've got another at least 2-3 years before, if anything, Doctor Who ended. But I don't think it will for a while. I think they'll keep killing it. I genuinely think if they mess up the season, they'll keep killing it for like another 4 or 5 years, and then they might call it a stop when their funding runs out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think something needs to happen like that. They need to have a think through. Even I think if this next series doesn't work out, do one series with a Doctor. And what I would love not to know who the Doctor is until is actual going to regenerate. That would be lovely. I think, because
I think they might do that this time.
Yeah.
They're definitely trying to keep it under wraps, as far as I know from the BBC. They're trying to really keep it squished.
Yeah.
So they're trying not to get it out there yet, because I think they know who the next Doctor is, but they're not telling anyone.
Yeah, by now we wouldn't know, or near Wimbledon. It's even now between now and Wimbledon. If we don't know by Wimbledon, or I don't think we will. Like I would love not to know. It'd be so iconic.
They'll get a lot of people watching, I think, if they didn't tell anyone.
Yeah. Like for example, with Spider-Man last year, I think it was. Andrew Garfield getting asked, "Are you going to be in Spider-Man film? Are you going to be in Spider-Man film?"
We had speculation, but we didn't know until we watched it, which was really good.
Yeah, that was really good, and like you kind of, it was an if or maybe, wasn't it? Like, is it going to happen? Or
I think that's going to be like that with the 60th. we're all going to be questioning whether or not David will be back, or Matt Smith will be back, or someone will be back, and we'll all watch it until, just so we can find out. And I think that's how they should do it.
Yeah, I think so. And like being like with Jodie's last episode, it is the celebration of the BBC. So it would make sense to leave it until.
Is the 60th going to be Jodie's last episode?
No, her last episode's going to be the century special of like the BBC later this year.
Okay.
But she's leaving because she's pregnant. So I'm not sure if she would come to the 60th.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she is, and
I don't follow her, so.
I don't know. I just follow the Doctor Who page. You get all the information there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would like her to come back, even though she may not be my most favourite Doctor of them all. But it'd be nice just to have a nice reunion.
Still part of the legacy in her life as well, isn't it?
Yeah. She's the first female Doctor, which is something. But James, with like music, like, do you find it like how is it like writing these songs, or like thinking of what to do, what to say?
So for me, the way I make music is I freestyle everything and record it, and then I write lyrics, and I take the flows that I like, and then I start writing down how the song's structured, then I start writing the lyrics, and then I do it that way. So I don't ever write stuff and then do music. I always freestyle to the beats and the instrumentals I've got, and then I will write down the lyrics, and it will form a song 8 hours later.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So by then, that's how I structure it. I don't ever write it in my head and then do it, as most people do. I just freestyle it, and then I'll make it into something.
Yeah,
that's how every single song I do, that's how it comes out.
I think that's awesome.
Mm.
I think that's really good, James. And like, you have to let me know when your like new songs come out, and I'll definitely have a listen to them.
For sure.
Right, man. But before we go, is there like anything else that you want to say, like maybe any advice or anything before we go?
Yeah, I think if anybody out there has the same problems I've got, anxiety issues where you're always scared of stuff and thing, the way I've learned to cope is just forget about the future. If one day everything's gonna happen, if you're scared of death, it's gonna happen. Just live how you're living now. You're alive at the moment. Be happy how you are. Life's not that serious. Don't take it as seriously as most people. People who are stressed take it, or just if you're stressed, don't take life seriously. Have fun. You're gonna get one. That's the best advice I can give you.
Yeah. Well, thanks, James. It's been great, like, to have you on. It's been awesome, and I completely agree with your advice, and thanks, man.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.